Welcome to the Explainer. So, I want you to imagine something for a second. Imagine your everyday life isn't just your normal, boring routine of waking up, going to school, and doing your chores. Instead, it's actually a giant, epic hiking trail. Every single choice you make from the exact moment you roll out of bed to the moment your head hits the pillow at night is a step on that trail. Now, some steps take you to these amazing, beautiful viewpoints, right? And some steps, well, they might lead you straight into a giant patch of poison ivy. Today, we are looking at an amazing text from a devotional about the architecture of a consecrated path, and we're going to break down exactly why every single step you take matters so much.
Have you ever made a choice that got you, totally lost? I mean, really think about it. Maybe you took a wrong turn in a giant supermarket and suddenly couldn't find your parents. Or maybe you chose to wander off the path in a video game and ended up in a completely different, way scarier level. Honestly, it happens to all of us. But the source material we're looking at today points us to the book of Proverbs, which gives us a fantastic map for our lives. It tells us to ponder the path of thy feet. Now, ponder is really just a fancy word for thinking really carefully about where you are stepping. It means before you make a choice, you stop and ask yourself, wait, where's this step actually going to take me?
Let's dive right into Section 1, the map of your choices, charting your daily course.
Moving along to Section 2, straight versus crooked. Which way will you go?
You know, when you're out on a hike, there's usually a nice, clear trail. And then there's the wild, untamed forest. The Apostle Paul, well, he kind of acts like a trusty compass for us here. In Hebrews chapter 12, he says, "Make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way." Basically, if you are already having a hard time or stumbling a little bit, walking on a crooked, bumpy path is just going to make you twist your ankle and totally wipe out. The text we're explaining today makes a huge point about this. It says it is absolutely crucial to start making these right choices now, right in your childhood and youth. If you learn how to walk the straight path while you're young, you won't have to spend your whole entire life trying to untangle yourself from crooked, confusing trails later on.
So think of it like this. On one side, we have straight paths. The text describes these as God's perfect standard of right. It's the safe trail. It's honest, it's kind, and it's true. On the flip side, we have crooked paths. The text calls this the path of transgression. Now, transgression is a pretty big word, but it just means breaking the rules or doing the wrong thing. And listen to this warning because it's super important. This path is always dangerous. It might look fun for a second. Maybe it looks like a super quick shortcut, but actually, scratch that. It's not a shortcut at all. It's actually full of hidden holes and traps that lead us far away from God.
That brings us to Section 3, following your footprints. You aren't hiking alone.
You see, we don't always realize the crazy power of our own example. Seriously, think about who is watching your path right now. Your younger brothers or sisters, your friends at school, your teammates on the soccer field, your neighbors. They are literally all watching where you step. The text warns us that when we wander off the trail and make bad choices, we aren't just hurting ourselves. No way. Our influence can actually pull these other people off the straight path too, causing them to make fatal mistakes alongside us. You are a leader, even if you totally don't realize it yet. Your footprints matter.
All right, next up is Section 4, the obstacle course, dealing with thorny people.
Let's be totally real for a second. The trail of life isn't always a perfectly smooth, paved sidewalk, is it? Nope. We are in a world full of cares and disappointments, and sometimes, right in the smack dab middle of our path, we bump into people who are just acting like, well, thorns. You know exactly who I'm talking about. People who are grumpy, quick-tempered, bossy, or just super annoying. Maybe it's a bully at school or a sibling who is getting on your very last nerve. The text tells us something wild here. Satan actually works through those annoying situations to provoke and harass us. He literally wants to poke you until you lose your temper. He wants to totally ruin your pleasant and lovable disposition, your good mood, and your kindness so that you end up acting just as thorny as the person bothering you.
So how in the world do we get past these obstacles without getting all scratched up and angry? Well, the text gives us this exact 3-step toolkit. Number 1, pause and be patient. Don't just yell back right away. Take a breath. Number 2, be forbearing and kind. Forbearing is a great word. It means putting up with something difficult without complaining or being mean back. And number 3, respond with a gentle spirit. You conquer these continual, everyday annoyances by acting exactly like Jesus would act. You fight the thorns with gentleness.
I absolutely love this quote from the reading. It says, "Through grace, we may rise superior to our surroundings and keep our spirits calm and unruffled amid the frets and worries of everyday life." Rising superior to your surroundings basically means you are bigger than the annoyance. If the cafeteria is super loud and crazy, or if your homework is really, really frustrating, you don't have to let it ruin your hike. With God's grace, you can stay completely calm and unruffled, kind of like a perfectly smooth lake on a super windy day.
Okay, on to our final stop. Section 5. Shining your light. Lighting the trail.
Now that we know how to walk the straight path and dodge those pesky thorns, how do we help others see where they are going? The text uses a really big word here, consecration. I know, it sounds like something only adults or pastors use, right? But it simply means it isn't just a theory to be talked about. It's a living, practical matter interwoven with everything you do. It means that being a Christian isn't just about singing songs on the weekend. It's about putting your faith into action every single day. It's the choices you make on a Tuesday at recess or a Thursday evening when you're asked to clean your room.
So how exactly do you do that? How do you actually shine your light? Well, you do good works that others can see, like helping someone pick up their dropped books in the hallway. By doing that, you glorify our Father in heaven. You show forth His praises. And my absolute favorite part, you reflect the light of heaven to all around us. Think of yourself as a giant mirror. When you are walking that straight path, you catch the light of Jesus and bounce it right off of you into the dark corners of the world, helping everyone else see the safe trail too.
Because of all this, the text actually gives us a pretty firm warning. It says, no more thoughtlessness of words, or careless, irreligious living. Basically, if we really grasp how important our trail is and how many people are following right behind us, we can't be lazy about it anymore. We have to stop and think before we speak. We can't just be careless and do whatever feels fun in the moment if it's going to lead us right off the path.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer today, and I want to leave you with one final huge question to think about. What kind of path will your footprints leave today? Are they going to be straight, shining paths that lead your friends and family closer to God? Or are they going to be crooked paths that get people lost in the thorns? You have the map, you have the light, the next step is entirely up to you. Thank you so much for learning with us today, and until next time, keep your compass steady and watch your step.